want to be in.
But I want to be. What if I want to go back to the pub a night? Hey, babe, let's go get fucked up, and all you know is upper echelon. No, let's go get raunchy. And
Raunchy. That might be.
You gotta do both.
It's hard. I'm really tired of playing the game, though. I'm really tired of playing.
Yeah, me too.
You look like the boyfriend type. What does that even mean?
Not even me. Furthest thing.
What does that mean? It look like you do commitment. You don't be doing whole shit. You just. Hey, listen. I say that's how she's perceiving it. I'm not saying that's how I view it.
Oh, well, how do you view it?
I don't put anything
we
past.
We want your view.
I don't put anything past anyone.
Okay, yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
It's a very true statement, actually. That's actually true. I don't know. I like them damn near invisible. I don't know. I like them skinny. Can't help it.
This one, I'm like, Joe, go on and move. I'm not even supposed to do all this.
It's all love free.
Hey, Nigel. Did too hard, bruh.
Shout out Nigel, shout out everybody here, shout out Unspoken. We in the A.
Should you keep a roster?
Absolutely.
I think you should, but I mean, I look at it differently because I'm a guy though.
Like the starting five?
Yeah.
I'm for keeping a roster. I ain't gonna say I keep a roster, but when it's time, I have a roster.
When would it be time to have a roster?
You know, when I'm in my, in my moments where I want to, get into some things with some people. You know what I mean? Have a couple of dudes I could call and link up with. But sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. So it got to be in those times when I'm ready to kind of be around people. But definitely have a starting five.
If you on that type of time, then I guess so. But if you found your person or you think there's a person, then I don't think you gonna get too far with it because you gonna tempt yourself into trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, a more direct question. Should you keep a roster?
Should you keep a roster?
Yeah.
Shit.
You definitely need to be keeping a roster. If you don't have a roster, baby, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Keep a roster. It's imperative.
Keep your options open.
You have to. You have to.
You're just really single till you married.
The way I keep my roster different from you, like, but guys is more, I think you should have options when you're dating for sure. But I do feel like it can get expensive if you're not handling your roster properly. I feel like that's the only like negative from it.
Oh, I don't think this question is for me.
It's for you.
It's for both of y'all.
It ain't for me.
Expand on.
This question's not for me. I got a man. But here. Okay.
She said she
I'm joking. I am joking.
She not giving up nothing on camera.
I'm about to say, I wasn't gonna say that.
That's what I'm here for.
This is how you build a roster. Because I feel like people don't have a roster because they don't know how to build a roster. You gotta have a nigga for every occasion, all right? You gotta have a nigga that's gonna always get you some food, a nigga that you can count on that might take you on a trip, a nigga that you can count on to just be emotional and be vulnerable with, a nigga that you could just do nothing with. Like, you gotta have him for every type of situation. So if the nigga that I want to take you to dinner is busy, then you just talk to the nigga that you just talk about nothing.
Niggas inconsistent. Sorry.
Exactly.
So
that's why you should keep people in. People nowadays have short attention span.
They do.
So I feel like you should keep people on one track things. Like, I'll have you focus on this one thing. So maybe you the guy I go out to eat with. And maybe this the guy I chill at home and watch movies with. And maybe this the guy I fuck on. And man, maybe this the guy to take me, shopping and some
that
other shit like that.
good, but in real life, it's hard to find that. Most niggas
It's
just
really
want,
not.
Most niggas just want one thing.
It's
at least,
It's the type of energy you put out there.
Are you saying I'm putting out whole energy?
I'm not saying you putting out whole energy, man. Listen, I'm not saying that.
All right.
You said that.
I'm just saying. You said it's the
But
type
I'm saying,
of energy.
like, everybody, yeah, the basis. Everybody knows that everybody want to fuck, right? True. Most people, especially men. Men, we know you want to fuck. Duh, that's a given. But if I'm giving you the type of energy like, I don't do shit like that, I like to go out and go to the movies and go on dates, then if you really want to fuck with me, you're going to do that until you think you're going to get it.
That's true.
And you might not never get to that point, but I got you on the team. You one of the roster niggas.
Yeah.
And you are my go on dates with nigga. Okay?
That's just haven't been my experience. I haven't been able to find that.
That's all right. How old are you? You a little young?
I'm a little young.
Okay. Well, yeah, keep living. You'll get the swing good.
But what I was gonna say was, as you get older, like that shit get kind of played out though. So,
well, how many people would you have on the roster? What's the starting lineup?
2, 3, maybe, if that. I don't really go past 3, me personally. I don't feel like I don't got the energy to be able to entertain that many people.
I
mean, obviously, I feel like in that roster, you're gonna have your favorites on. You know, you might spend more time on one than you are the other. But I really feel like really 1 or 2, maybe if you gonna feel like if you trying to figure something out, 1 or 2. But at some point though, you gotta make that decision though.
Not even that. Like
course.
No, but okay. Let's just be.
The world wanna know.
Hear me out. I don't think that you should keep a roster if you're happy. You get what I'm saying? If you're in a happy home, if everything's good, what's the point of keeping a roster? Now, granted, I feel like everybody has a couple in the chamber. That doesn't necessarily mean you gotta talk to them or date
roster,
them. And I know that's what I'm saying. Like maybe you do have a roster, but you don't have to talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? You know that who you might fall back on, or that guy who always comes back. Every time you break up and you got that one dude that you like, I know I can confide in him or whatever the case is.
Niggas is just crazy, that's all.
Who is y'all?
All y'all.
I'm not crazy. I'm very simple. Most guys are very simple.
Are they?
Yeah, most people are very simple.
Yeah, see, that's my problem, I think, with trying to have a roster. I've never really kept a concrete roster because I just be feeling guilty for, because I feel like if you have 3 or 4, or 5, you're going to like one more than you would like of the other. And then I feel guilty because the niggas gonna love it here. Then I'm gonna feel guilty at the fact that I done got you all caught up, you know, into the vibe and thinking it's gonna be something, and then I gotta hurt your feelings. And I don't like having even had that conversation to be like, yeah, this isn't working out.
It take a lot, man. I feel like but the guys gonna feel that though.
Feel what?
I mean, I know, like, when
No,
like,
the fuck.
Oh, you that good with it?
No.
You that good with it?
No, I'm just saying, these niggas don't be catching a hint sometimes.
No, I can catch. I know when things change. I can tell, like, how you move, the things you was doing. You're not really excited about it. Like, it's something, like, that's a little off. When shit off, it's probably
it's somebody else or it's you. You the problem.
You can tell, like.
Right, let me say this. You gotta have a lot of energy for that. You think so? Yes.
I don't think so.
How do you spread the energy between all of these people?
See, and
because everybody is pulling. Everybody is pulling, and everybody wants. You know what I mean? Like how much? Like that's to have multiple niggas. That's some shit I did in high school when I had just multiple for like different shit, different days of the week.
Yeah.
But to have like maybe like 3 in rotation, that's cool. But pleasing a lot of people, talking to a lot of people, like it's a lot at this point.
I can agree with that.
I'm tired.
Yes, I think you should keep like 5 to 10 people.
Earlier you said you didn't know about 5. Now it done went up to 10.
I mean, because that's why I said. You said strictly 5 people. Keep you a 5-person roster.
Well, 10 is kind of hard to manage.
No, it ain't.
That's a lot of people.
No, it ain't. You got 24 hours in a day.
You do.
You give everybody about 2 hours. Stretch the niggas out from 8 in the morning to about 10:30 at night.
That's too early.
Done.
I don't want to be bothered till like 1.
I don't mind sending you good morning texts. It's just the slot you fall in. I might not never call you. You might be the texting motherfucker.
Okay.
And text only. That's the 8:30.
Everybody got a role to play.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. And if you learn how to put people in their roles and they play them well, your roster will work perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Teach me something then. Drop some gems on me.
Hey,
I'm taking notes over here. I'm gonna have a roster of 10 by December, y'all. Mark my words.
Listen, don't bite off more than what you can handle, man. I ain't new to this shit. I'm true.
Hey, I think I can handle it.
Keeping a roster, Shit, if that's the type of time you want, I say keep that roster.
I
think that if you're gonna have a roster, I think that you should be honest with your partner. Like, you dating somebody else and you know that if you mess up, I got X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3.
So
I'd rather him tell me so I could break up with him, rather than I'd rather him tell me that. If he honest, be like, yeah, I got a couple in the chamber. Tell me that so I can break up with you, because I'm not gonna talk to you if you talk with somebody else.
Yes, you.
Why not? But, oof. Y'all picked the wrong person for this stuff, man.
And this is when we start playing them games, like when you start to like press a little bit, like what's up, and then they start to like, why you asking, or it's too early, or then you start to be like, all right, cool. Now I'm starting to peep game. But I think for me though, like I like playing my role too though. But I feel like
what you mean by that?
Like if I'm on somebody's roster, like, and I might know about it, like that might not like make me mad. Like,
so like, do you feel like
cool.
if somebody asks you that question when going on the first date, like you know, you having a casual conversation, you're like, so are you dating other people? And they say no, do you believe them? Or like, are you entertaining someone else?
It depends. Like, it depends on like, do I know you? Like, if I meet you like fresh, probably not gonna believe you. I'm not going into it thinking I'm the only one.
Right.
If that's how you get your heart broken.
You be stupid as hell to think that.
Yeah. So I don't.
Somebody got something in their pocket, on their arm, on their hip. Somebody got somebody.
Sure.
So you're not the only one.
I can agree with that. Now, you don't have to have 5 niggas, but if you have one nigga that exhibit like 2 of those qualities, I just say keep up, like, you want to just have something that kind of keeps you busy. Yeah. And like, you don't have to entertain them all. Like, if they hit you up, you can ignore them. Like, that's the point. The point is they're at your disposal. Well, it's just like you have people at your disposal so that if you need to cherry pick, you can. Right, you're not emotionally tied. And I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah, just juggling, like you said, like now that I'm older, I mean, I've never been successful at keeping a roster, because what happens is I get annoyed and I just cut them off before, you know, it even gets to that point. But then it does backfire, because if you don't have niggas if you don't have enough niggas in the chamber, then when, you know, your main one might fuck up, you ain't really got nobody to bounce back. Now you back at ground zero trying to start all over again. Yeah. So it just kind of be like the catch-22. I just think, like we were talking about, being this age, it's just hard to balance. Everybody now, we're now seasoned. We're now in our own, we're not trying to figure out who we are anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? We are now who we gonna be for life. Yeah. And it's just like, you know, trying to
if you ain't in
juggle
my life
different.
Now, you ain't in my life for a reason.
Yeah, like trying to juggle different attitudes, different personalities. Yeah. You know, and then like too, like, you know, there are people that just don't. You know, there's certain people on your roster that you just can't share or do everything with. You know, like they might be for certain purposes. You know, like, okay, let me hit him up. I know that nigga like to drink or turn up. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Or let me hit this nigga up because I don't really want to be outside the door. I know this nigga like to be in the crib all the time. You know, like that type of shit. But I don't know. Rosters, I don't know. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe I need me a starting 5.
I don't know if you gotta go that deep though. Maybe I think solid 3 or 2 or 3, it'd be good. 2
ain't no roster though.
Well, nah, you right.
And really, 3 ain't either.
You really be talking to 5 people though?
No,
like,
but that's what I'm saying.
Nobody really be having like.
Maybe I need to try 5.
I mean, you are an emotional lover girl. Yeah. You got to get rid of that because you're gonna get eat up.
And that's my point. Like, I think depending on what space you're in, and also like everybody can't be that person. Like, I have friends that I'm like, you're not strong enough to play the game that everybody's playing. You know what I mean? Like, some people can play the game, play it fine, and rotate. Some people get their feelings hurt. You feel like you can play the game like a man, and you can't. That's not even you. You're in love with everybody.
Now, if you're saying like, I might be wrong, because like I said, all 5 people you probably not spending time with like that. You might have somebody that's like I feel like girls that have like a club somebody they hang out with, or they have a guy that likes to go to museums, or they got a dude that work here that, you know, that they fuck with. Like, that's how they do it. Like, guys, it's not even like, I think it's about sex really, honestly, when it comes to like rosters. Like, but it's like, I'm not saying you having sex with all of them, but majority of the time you having sex with majority of them. And that's not healthy. It's not. I'm saying it to say it's not healthy. It's not a good thing. But it's like, That's people be on.
This
like,
why we ain't gonna never get nowhere in life.
That's why I don't be wanting to put up with all that. Because when you starting to have sex with all these different women,
Hell
like you getting
yeah.
all of these emotions, and now it's like
Spirits
bro, it's
and
too
shit.
much, bro. And karma real, bro. And so
Yeah,
I be
she's-
trying to like make sure my life right. Honestly, bro.
Trying to live your
I'm
shit
trying to live my
clean.
shit right, clean. So I can't really be on that no more, man. That shit just like I feel like as when you get in your 30s, you start to have a conscience, really.
Yeah, you should have.
I do, but even in me saying that, I feel like at the beginning, yeah, I might have one or two. I still will have one or two, or somebody that I might be texting or like I might hang out with. But at some point, though,
What are the benefits of keeping a roster?
Honestly, a roster is nothing more than dating, actually.
Pretty much.
Like, that's the proper way of dating. So the benefit of keeping a roster is if you're dating intentionally, you can weed out the motherfuckers who on games, and then you can, prioritize the people who really about shit.
I don't know, maybe if y'all break up, you know what I'm saying, and then you got somebody to fall back on. You know how the way to get over is to get under? Maybe that's a benefit.
Say that again. That for the
In
people
order
in the
to get over, you got to get under. In order to get over your man, you got to get over the next nigga. Listen.
I mean, it makes it easier. You don't got to go through the whole process of trying to get to know somebody all over again and trying to figure out who they are and all that. Just keeping a roster just makes it easy because you're already comfortable with this person. You know who it is. You know I can call this person and I can get money from him, or I can call him and get sex from him. So you already know what it is. You don't got to start.
And again, I'm going to say this I'm going to say this so many times. I'm going to say this so many times. This does not apply to me per se.
And this is unspoken. We not talking about a Z.
But I want you to not listen. Listen. I think my dude know that
you be Z. We got it.
That it ain't. I'm not having. You get what I'm saying? But
Shit.
I'm not.
Well, we just
I'm
said
not
that you
out
better
there
be
looking
goddamn.
either. You get what I'm saying? I'm not looking. That's no.
cool.
Hell no.
I bring a new player in a minute. Hey, this your role. This is what I need you to do. You with it? Come on. Cause that other motherfucker
I try to keep a little consistency, a little,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got the same hoes seasonally. Cause right now you said you ain't got a roster.
No, I don't got no roster.
Zero.
No, see that's a mistake. You always keep about one or two on the roster.
They ain't shit. I'm trying.
I mean,
what can I do?
Yikes. Look in better places.
Where do I need to go?
Not where you been going. I don't know.
I don't know where else to go. Help me.
Shit, no.
Shoot.
But I mean,
I think that I think everybody. Fuck that. I think everybody has that one person that they've known for 10 years that they talk to at all the time. No one.
Some people don't.
Just me.
Not just you. I'm just saying.
I think that is a roster.
I think they could be part of the roster.
Why is that not part of the roster? You gotta have multiple is a roster.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't you have multiple people that you know when y'all not when you're single? When you're single, you don't have like your select 3 people that you know that you can call on and be like, hey, let's go do this, pay this, whatever, buy this for me.
Yeah.
Scratch this itch. Hey, you said it. I ain't say that.
We not talking about you again.
I'm just saying. I said you said it.
Yeah.
I ain't say it's not true. I said you said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as long as you agree though.
No, I just said you said it. Next
You gonna
question.
put me out there like.
it just depends on what type of roster you're trying to build. Me, I'm trying to build a roster that's gonna help me elevate. So unless you really have some shit going on in your life and you really about, some business and you talking some good shit, I'm not fucking with it.
Okay.
I'm not fucking, unless you're a unicorn. And sometimes them unicorns come through. I got an unofficial roster where certain niggas can call any time of the year and somebody getting booted. Okay?
What?
Your spot is still available.
Oh, they could leave and come back. And
Hell yeah!
I got one.
What you mean?
I had one of them.
That good sweet Buddha, that good thing, like shit. You can come back any given Sunday. I got 2 niggas. And you know who you are. That anytime you want to be a part of the roster, you know who you are.
I got one.
One name start with A, the other name start with a J. I'll help
I
y'all
ain't throwing
out.
out no
You know
letters.
exactly who you are. Y'all are always honorary roster holders, okay?
So we talked about the benefits, but what are the cons of having a roster?
So many birthdays to remember.
Oh, that is so funny.
Okay, so I'll piggyback off what you just said. Yo niggas fall in love. they feel like they can be the one and only. So that is a downfall to the roster.
That is a downfall.
That's why I say you got to let everybody know their lane and how they and the role they play, because sometimes certain people feel like they do too much, you know, for you. So that means they might want more from you. That's a downfall to having a roster. Because if you got somebody on the team starting 5 or 10, you know, and they feel like, well, shit, I'm paying your rent. I need to be doing X, Y, Z. I need a key. Whoa. Okay, now you're doing too much. That's a downfall.
You're a man, you definitely gonna have to expend more resources with multiple people. So.
Oh, damn right. When you're a man, you gotta spend more money. I feel like, yes, you gotta spend more money. When you're a woman, I think that it's especially if you're being sexual with multiple men, that's not cool either. Like, you shouldn't be.
But you're receiving, so. I mean,
whoa.
You're not really, if you somebody that's on that, like what if you just a nymphomaniac, you just won't.
Well, that's like 1 in every 60,000 people. Like,
we talking about that one then.
Huh?
We talking about that one then.
But how often will you find a nympho?
Shit, we not out here looking for one. We just saying like, shit, you said if a woman having sex with multiple men,
then we talking about the cons. That is a con. To be having sex with a whole bunch of men, that's a con. I mean, it might not be a con to some people, but I feel like it's a con. They ask me, I'd say it's a con.
She might.
You know, you gotta have your roster right.
Yeah, give me that list off.
I can't do that. I can't do that, baby.
I need that.
I'm fucking up my food. I can't do that, man.
Got enough food.
What's another con?
Got enough.
Let's talk about cons, because you talking about some other shit. Don't never give up your roster now. These hoes ain't for everybody.
Hey, they not. Another con.
Too many emotions at different times.
Or you're cheating.
Or you can be base and say you're cheating. She's not giving us much here, people. I don't know.
That's not true. I think I gave y'all a lot.
If you got somebody on the roster, that means y'all are really not committed to each other.
Right.
So, a lot of shit, like, you gotta make sure your hoes in check. Like, you don't want nobody bringing no shit back to your doorstep. They going out fucking off.
But that's
what
you laid out from the get go.
But see, you lay that shit out in the get go. Folks forget. So you gotta remind people.
You do have to remind people.
You gotta remind people. If you step
But that
out
can happen
on
with
me,
a new person too.
That's why I don't listen. You gotta put these hoes in their spot. Ain't none of that shit happening if you clear that shit up.
These hoes are disobedient.
No, they not. You not doing your job. All my hoes is loyal. And they listen. I don't have no problems.
You do.
When I say my rule is my rule, I get it. Easy.
I need that charm school class then.
It's not a charm school. It's just easy. This shit is easy.
Got that into you.
Who tends to have a roster more?
Men, for sure.
Women.
I was gonna say
or men.
Men.
Women.
Because men don't have consciences like that. They don't.
He said it, not me.
Men don't be having consciences, bro. They not looking at it. All the women, they just like having a good time.
They're not in emotion. They're not on the emotional side.
Yeah, they don't care for. They don't care for the consequence. Like it's like it is what it is. But women, you actually gotta like them though. You gotta like get to know them. Guys, it's just about vibing and seeing what you can get out of whoever you can. Honestly.
I don't know. I'm a big believer. But I'm a big. But I only say that. Okay, I can say both. I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think that there's one.
Me.
I thought we asked another question.
Oh, okay.
I can't. What I'm saying is, I don't ever feel like a man is more than a woman and a woman is a man because of this. I'm a firm believer that a woman is capable of doing anything a man can do. So I know men always are like, oh no, a woman would never da 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 da. Yes, they would. I'm not saying me, but they would.
Yeah.
You think women do?
Yeah, I do. I think it's equal, to be honest, but I do think women have a way of having a roster that men don't. Like, we can have a roster like on the low.
And you still, and then in the midst of doing all that, you might have that one that you really, really like though. But you might not be paying attention to her as much as you should.
This shit is just...
That's how niggas be though.
This shit is just ghetto as fuck. I mean, it's just really extremely ghetto. Like, why we got to do all of this? Why I can't like you, you like me?
People be looking for a good time, not a long time.
Drake is the problem.
Yeah.
They be looking for a good time, not a long time. And ain't nobody got no patience.
And that's a very big key fact that folks really don't have no patience.
Especially in Atlanta, boy. No patience.
Yeah.
Zero. It take the smallest thing and I'm up out of there.
Or I can find another nigga that can do it better than you.
Or will do
what I
whatever you
want him
ain't
to do.
do.
Yeah.
What you ain't doing, he gonna do.
So no, everyone's looking at me like I don't get that.
You need to have a whole stage, period.
I feel like I had a
You
whole
gotta
stage
get
by
that whole-
dating all the
you
people,
gotta- you
multiple
gotta-
people at one time.
You gotta get your whole face out your system.
I don't ever feel like I would want to be fucking a lot of people like at one time. I just don't ever feel like that would be a thing for
You'll
me.
get married and you'll be curious. That's why I want my person to get your whole phase out. Cause by the time you get with me, baby, I don't need you to be with me like I'm not missing out on nothing. I've seen it all, done it all.
Please understand that y'all. I think it's great that men hold women to such a high standard, and I think that's amazing because as they should. Because women we are at a higher standard. It is just with no offense, but women are at a higher standard than men. That's fine, but. I think women are just as capable of anything as a man is. So if you think that a man can have 10 on their roster, I can assure you that a woman can have 10 on her roster. But the only difference is she's probably getting more out of it. A man's probably just getting sex. The woman, she getting her bills paid, she getting shopping spree, she getting emotional support, she getting finance, she getting all that.
But I don't desire to like when I'm in a relationship with someone, I don't feel like, oh, there must be better dick out there. Unless I have like a crush on you or something like that. But I don't even, it doesn't.
It's just dick. I think it's like the freedom of it all.
No, that, yes, that
you know,
I
like
struggle with. Yeah, that I struggle with.
You know, like that's exactly.
So that's the whole, but I just want to flirt. I don't necessarily want to fuck.
It's not just sex. It's like doing what you want to do and not answering to nobody.
Well,
not
okay,
giving
so
a
then
fuck about
dating
what,
it. Okay, then that's a phase.
It's a part of it though.
Oh, without the
It's
sex.
definitely a part of that.
I don't know, girl. Like
You just feel like you don't need to do that.
I don't like. I'll
So
get
you feel like you have lived a space of like I've done what I wanted to do and not had to like answer to anybody and I dated who I wanted to date. Like that's what the whole phase is for me. Like,
that's what I'm thinking
do what you
too.
want to do, date whoever you want to date, fuck whoever you want to fuck. If I want to have a one night stand tonight and never talk to this man again, that's
I don't. But see, that's the thing. I don't have casual sex. So there you go. Like I've had casual sex once or twice, and the first time I did it, I was like. It just nothing. It was so stupid. I felt nothing. I felt like absolutely nothing.
No connection. So.
I mean, it literally meant it just was nothing. I'm like, so this is what y'all like. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like having a one night stand. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. It just never happened for me. So I guess I never desired it because it never happened. But I never looked at that. I was like, oh, I want to try that. You know. So it just never was like a burning thought. But I do like dating and like flirting. I like the freedom. Like I've been flown out. I've done all the things I think people in whole phases do. Yeah. But like I've been flown out and I don't fuck. Like and then but I'm sure like shortly after though they be like so and we just stopped talking. I'm like, oh, I'm cool with that. Like I've gotten what I wanted.
Right.
Like you buy me a couple bags and like they'll do that off the rip. And I'm like, oh, I got what I wanted. Yeah. So if you don't want to do nothing more, then okay.
It's known, like statistically, it's more reality than it is us. So it's more susceptible for us to have more on the roster.
That's fair.
And it's not necessarily, some niggas got a fat bitch, just like y'all got a nigga who pay bills, who will come and feed you and do whatever. Some niggas got they ugly bottom bitch that come through and whatever. Some niggas got they fine chick that I'm finna show out to the light.
That's fair. But they said that every woman got a man for everything. Exactly. When you're single, you got a man for everything. A man to do this. Not me per se, but
you don't have to keep doing it.
Every woman got a man to do something.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna let you do that.
Mm-hmm. So on that patience tip, would you feel comfortable dating
someone that has a roster?
No.
And it's not a red flag.
The fact that I know that you have a roster is a red flag. I don't want to know. Why are you telling me that?
The fact that you know?
Yeah, why do I know that you have a roster? Why are you telling me?
I think it depends on what space you're in.
If they upfront about it, I mean, I think them being truthful about it, I'll be okay with it because I know I got my roster. And if we say we're gonna date seriously, then I'll drop my roster and then you gotta drop your roster and then we'll go from there. But I feel like you're in a dating phase. You can.
Like I said, I'm going into it knowing that you're gonna have one or two people. I mean, obviously as a guy, it's it's competition. Like, I don't really care. Like, if you just sit there and say, hey, I was talking to somebody else, that's not gonna discourage me from talking to you or make me feel like this date is over with.
Nobody wants to share nobody.
Is that a red flag?
Do I want a man who has a roster? If I'm single and he has a roster, I think that if he's honest about it, I think that's fair. But once we would discuss monogamy, there should be no reason why you got a roster. I don't think that you should have a roster if monogamy is discussed.
Because right, like
dating someone and having a roster is different.
He said if you're dating somebody and they have a roster, is that a red flag? So if you're dating, then they're allowed to have a roster.
Yeah, but I don't need to know that. I don't want to know.
So if a person asks you if you date other people, what are you gonna say? Because you have a roster, so you're gonna answer. Answer it.
Yeah, like I got like a main guy that I really like out of the 3 or 4 that I'm talking to, and I really like him, and I really wanted to go somewhere with him. But this nigga, I know for a fact, also got a motherfucking roster, and it's also bitches. Yeah. So we both hot commodity ass motherfuckers.
Have you ever tried to have a roster with 3 different people that you really like? All 3 of them.
No, I ain't never tried that. Cause it's like, I don't know, it just don't never, to me, it just seems as though there's always going to be a nigga that's more interested in me at the time than I am in him, him. And then it makes it awkward, and it's very obvious. It's like, oh yeah, nigga, you feeling the fuck out of me, but I'm still trying to figure you out for real. I don't just know, you know?
But do you want to lose your leverage?
No.
That's the problem right there. The leverage, bro. It's too
That's
much.
What I'm saying. Everybody trying to play this shit.
Everybody trying to have
It's a game, right?
Everybody, exactly. All of this is. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
All
want to
this
do
is a
that.
game.
I don't want to do that.
But you.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to play. Please, and make our own rules.
But that's why you should have a roster of people, all 3 of them. Like.
That's what's wrong with y'all young folks. Because I keep a roster. Don't nobody know it's a roster though. Why the fuck would I know that if you're doing the job well, if you're managing your team well, nobody knows. And it's not their business to know.
You're right.
I always expect, if we're not married, if we're not engaged, I always expect somebody to keep somebody in the back pocket. That's common sense to me.
Yeah.
But why the fuck I gotta know it?
Oh yeah.
You not gonna know it.
I don't gotta tell you, but I'm saying if you're gonna be honest about it, then
that's none of your business. You just should be smart enough to keep a couple of players on the team. Cause what if I jump ship tomorrow? Then you lonely? No. You gotta have somebody to fall back on.
Absolutely.
I feel like, listen, it's not wrong, it's not disrespectful, it's not a red flag, because you shouldn't even know. Nobody should know, but you.
But if some people want to be honest, then they can put it out there.
I mean, yeah, you can put it out there. That's not on no player shit to me though.
No.
That's too fucking honest.
That is too honest. But
that's like on the first date.
Yeah.
You say some weird shit like, yeah, I want to have 6 kids and all something. You just too much on the first date. You know what I mean?
I'm dating other people. If I'm like, I'm open. But I'm not gonna be like, I got some niggas. I'm not telling you that. I might just be like, yeah, I'm dating. Like,
so you're not asking it back?
Absolutely not. I don't want to know. I actually don't.
So what about if you're in a space of you want something serious?
Yes.
Then he tells you. To his point.
You're cut out. Okay. But
that's why I said it could be a red flag depending on what space you're in. Because if you're in a space of, like you said, if I meet you and I'm asking you like, what space are you in? I'm looking for a relationship. So if you're looking for a relationship and this person tells you like, oh yeah, I'm just chilling, I'm just dating around. How many people are you talking to? I'm talking to like 3 people. That's a red flag. It's not gonna work because I'm looking for a relationship.
No, that's true.
Because we together now. If we discuss monogamy, we're basically together. And at this point, if you have more women that you're courting, you're cheating. What? Yeah, but my thing is that I think that it should. And yes, I think that as an adult, at our big grown ass age, hell yeah, I think that every relationship, if you start dating someone or talking to someone, at some point you should discuss monogamy. You should be like, hey, not necessarily that lame ass, what is this? No, I think they should be like, hey, are you dating other people? Yes or no? Okay, well, I don't think, I would not like you if you did that.
I think what is this is just the title.
Yeah, I don't think, I hate that, what is this? Because this is that. That's what it is.
What is that?
Yeah, no, are you dating other people? Yes or no? You are? Okay, cool. Well, I don't like that. And I would like it if you didn't do that in order for us to move forward. And if you don't plan on moving forward, then we can just call it quits. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it's so mature to have that conversation. I think that every time I date somebody, I definitely make it, like when I'm ready to be like, okay, I'm gonna cut all these people off, I say that. I think that is very mature to do that. I think that's so cornball to just be having a whole bunch of people when you trying to lock it in. Cause then once y'all make it, when y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, it's harder to cut them off then. You know what I'm saying? You can't just cut somebody off. Like so day one, hey, I got a girlfriend. Don't talk to me no more. You can't do that.
But see, I've never been able to do that. I've never been able to like 3 niggas equally at the same time.
Nah, I never.
Like, never been able to say like, oh, I like all 3 of you niggas. Not even 2.
No,
like, it's always gonna be one nigga that got the one of.
Always.
For me.
It'll be the tiniest thing.
Yeah, it could be so small, but it's like, nigga, I like, yeah. Mm-hmm. You him. Yeah. Now hurry up and choose me. Right. That's where the battle come in, because more than likely that nigga that you really do like probably got the same shit you got going on his end. But see, bitches got charisma. This ain't no shade at niggas, but girls we have it. You know, we can have the conversations. We can talk. We can be a vibe. We can have our titties sitting up in our chest at a dinner date. Niggas may not be able to carry a conversation like a woman can. That's where I fall into. Yeah, that's where I fall into the pit at, because whenever I find a nigga that can keep up with me, that can talk well and is intellectual, oh yeah, you got me. Yeah. But it be niggas that want to hit you up all day asking you what the fuck you doing. Why? No, they should fall off. Why? And that's what happens. They put themselves in their own hole. But it's like you be constantly on my bumper, just making constant conversation. It's not doing anything. Yeah, it's just like, what are we doing? You just want to say that you talk to me all day? Now that's where it gets to the like, okay, yeah, I'm not even finna text you back to that.
Like, if I was single, it's like, I can think of 3 dudes that I'll be like, yeah, I'm be really hard to pick.
See, I ain't got that. I need to be looking where you at. Clearly. Take my ass to the cigar bar.
I already want to be in the future.
But I ain't trying to be at the cigar bar with Uncle Earl either.
Well, no.
That's who be there.
Yeah,
that's what like me, older me, like unks love me because I give auntie vibes.
If Unc ain't Rick Fox, you don't need to be.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't none of the unks gonna ever be Rick Fox. Ain't none of them that. But Uncle Earl tapping me on my shoulder like, I like it. I want to take you out on a date. I don't want to go. I don't want to go with you.
I don't want to.
Shit.
I don't want to grow up.
I just want a nice, supple man.
So you saying when you were single, you had a roster and now you don't?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I tried, fellas.
You did try.
Displaying your roster too much.
Don't hide your hand. Don't show your hand.
And never show your hand.
Never show your hand.
Nobody should know there's a roster.
Right.
Everybody should feel like they're only one. At all times.
At all times.
Absolutely. So no, it's not a red flag. I shouldn't even fucking know. And if I do know, that might be a red flag. You're too fucking honest. Boo you.
I just don't. I think I literally like to. What were we talking about? Are you Delulu? Yeah. I like to live in oblivion. I live in oblivion. Like if I'm dating you and I start liking you,
if I lived in
I literally do because I don't want to know something I don't want to know. Like
I can't live in delusion though. Like
I don't want to know. Ignorance was because in my mind, like if I'm dating, we're having a good time. I just feel like you naturally are gonna cut them off. Like I feel like you should seamlessly cut the rest of them off. And like we're getting serious. Like I just like, why would you want to tell me that you're dating? Because now I don't like you no more. I don't want to know. Like I don't want to know at all. Like if you're dating, if you're having sex with, until we start having sex, I want to know.
But I think I respectfully, I would like to know. If I want something serious, I do want to know. Of course, you don't want to know that if you like the person. But I would rather. So you rather not know than find out later?
Yeah, I'd rather not. This is what I'll say. I'll say something like, if we having sex, you can't have sex with nobody else. Like if you having sex with other people, like I'm good. I'll say that, but I'm not gonna ask you like, so are you having sex with other people? Don't even tell me. I don't want to know. I'm just gonna tell you that if you want to have sex with me,
you rather go heartbroken later.
No, because you better not lie. Okay, I guess you're right. So like you better not lie. But I feel like they'll kind of tell me like,
rather heartbreak come later because most men are not being honest.
So they're not gonna be honest up front or later.
I can respect the man that is honest and early on. And
you think they actually gonna be honest if you ask them up front?
I definitely dated some men that have told me they talk to other people,
so
and I respect it. Like
my
that
thing
is telling me that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess you're right.
Like you talk, if I'm just asking you just straight up, you talk to other people. You like, yeah.
But okay, my thing is, if they gonna lie at the end, they were gonna probably lie in the beginning. So no matter what, I was gonna get in the same position. If I ask you straight up, like you dating other people, and they're like, nah, I'm not, and then I find out later that you are, it's like, okay. And then if I ask you later on, after things have already happened, and you're like, well, yeah, it's the same thing. Because if you're an honest person, you're gonna be honest. If you're a dishonest person, no matter when I ask you, you're gonna be dishonest. You get what I'm saying?
It just doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
It's hard out here. I'm really tired of playing the game, though. I'm really tired of playing the field. I'm exhausted. Like that shit, when I say it drains your battery, it drains your battery. And then like you be out, like, I'm gonna give a prime example. Yesterday I was out. And it was some bros there. It's 3 of them. I come back to the table with my line sister, and they was like, "Oh, you the bully." So I'm like, "Oh, hold on.
What that mean?
Wait a minute, right? What was we talking about while I was going to go get a beverage?" So at first I'm like, "Oh, okay." I thought one of the niggas was trying to choose, so I just kind of like, picked up. Which I think that nigga was trying to choose on me, but homeboy came in on the upper kill. So he was like, "I love tall women." Okay. And he was like, "You the tail, right?" Yeah.
What do
you want? So I feel bad sometimes. This is why I need to stop.
That's some
This is where I be feeling bad. I need to stop doing this shit. What? When niggas really shooting they shot and they done left the scene and came back and like, I'm gonna get that one. They done went and talked about shit, right? Yeah. So I'm noticing like, okay, he didn't already talk to the homeboys and say he finna make his play. And I was not interested, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, he was just like, is there any way I can like keep in contact with you? I thought the nigga didn't live here. So I was like, oh yeah, sure. He was like, well, I live in Atlanta, so like we maybe should catch up and link, right? Gave the nigga my number. Cause I didn't want to embarrass him in front of the homeboys, right? And not in front of my line sisters either. I didn't want to be that girl. So I gave the nigga my number, not thinking it was gonna like go nowhere for real. Most niggas like let me get your number. They may not hit you back until the next day.
I'll hit you.
Baby.
Next day.
No.
The same day.
20 minutes. You make it home. Yeah, what you doing tonight? Where you at? I mean, I want to see you tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, oh, fuck.
See, you don't like him. You don't like him.
And I should have not did that. I should have not gave my number. Now I'm gonna have to be
the nigga that you fuck with. You would have been happy as hell to hit you up next day to do something.
Tell him what?
You probably told your homegirl, he hit me up. You ain't like him though.
So anyway, can we go back to the rest of whatever the damn question was? I just hate it here.
Yeah, girl. I be like,
Because I'm also the person that feels like whatever is supposed to come out, it's going to come out. Yes. So I don't go digging for shit, and I'm not, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to ask you a lot of shit. Exactly. But like, if I'm intentionally dating and I want a relationship, I am going to ask you that. And if you tell me, because honestly, you got to think, most times it's not really a harmful question. So I've dated a lot of men who have been honest and said that told me they date other people. I don't even think I rarely talk to anybody that have said no. I think most men have been like, it's probably like 1 or 2, or like I got a few little straight, like they'll say shit like that, and it's just like, okay. I mean,
I guess you're right.
How many people have you met and you're like, you talk to people and they be like, no, I don't mess with nobody else but you.
That's why I don't ask. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking. That's why I don't ask.
Talk to somebody, you got some bitches, and that's cool.
Exactly.
That's why I'm asking. But I want to know, there's no wrong answer here. If you tell me the truth, we good. Because I'm going to know how to move with you.
Right. No, that's true. I think I just already go into it with the assumption that you are talking to other people. I don't want to know, and so I just don't bother myself with the details,
okay.
Which is
if
fine.
If you're talking to other people,
it's totally okay.
It's just more so like, what space are you in? Like, what do you want?
Right, and I will ask that though. I will ask that.
Yeah.
So, okay, what are you looking for right now? That is something that I do lead with. And so they say, oh, I'm just dating around. They give me everything I need to know, but I don't ever ask specific, like, how many girls you talk? I don't want to know. I feel like I'm okay with not knowing. So I ask, but
I don't think that's important.
But some people will ask, like, so how many people are you dating? Like, are you? No, I don't want to know any of that shit. I don't go through people's phones. Like, I just don't do any of that. I just pray to God that it's going to be revealed to me, and it typically always is.
Always. Yeah. Our intuition is too strong.
It's too strong. Yeah. So.
She's being safe.
Unless you're married, keep you a roster. If you're not good at this shit, only about 2 or 3 people. If you're really good at multitasking, I say 5 to 10.
It's 5 to 10.
Yeah, 5 to 10. I mean, because
that's a lot of people.
You got to think about it.
Different personalities.
It is, but I like different personalities. I like people. Right, exactly. I'm a Gemini, so I like personalities. I like people. I don't mind it. I can manage 5 to 10 different personalities.
You should have a roster if you're in the space for it.
I feel like you should have a roster in every stage of your life. I'm just kidding. But no, the younger you start your roster, the better. I feel like rosters are good for the soul. It's good to like teach you how to date in a healthy way. And I think that as a woman and just as a person in general, you always want to have the upper hand. I'm not saying like don't, I know this sounds, okay, like it's so toxic, but it's not on purpose. But like you got to stay dangerous out here and you can't get ate up out here. Like you will get eaten up and chewed out alive if you don't know how to like maintain yourself in this dating world.
But just be honest about your roster. I think it's perfectly fine to have a roster if you're single. Just be honest about it. I feel like you dating Billie Jean and Bob, they should all know that, you know what I'm saying, that you talking, not necessarily that you're talking to Billie Jean and Bob, but I think you should be like, hey, I'm talking to other people. I think you should be honest about your roster. That's the only thing I do say. I think that you should be completely.
You got a roster. You try to put me out of the bus.
No, I am not. Listen, again.
She tried to do this.
I ain't got none of that.
I mean,
but
she tried to, yeah.
But what I'm
like, he ain't got no roster.
I don't understand.
Rosters are not important because at the end of the day, you're gonna always like one over the other, and you know, just do right by people. Date people maybe 1 or 2 at a time. Of course, juggle, see which one you may like. If you really like one out of the other, then ditch the other one and just solely pursue that one person. What's the rosters for? Just to say we got folks to hit up? And that's the thing, like I think that's what the point of a roster is, to say like, okay, if nigga number 1 ain't available, I know I can go to nigga number 3 on this board and, you know, have a decent time with him. May not do shit with him, but have a decent time with him.
I mean, if you want to do it, you get it done to you. Okay.
I mean, I shouldn't know. I should not know if I'm on a roster. I hope I am. If you're smart, I am. Because you can't trust me. Look, you can't trust me. You might leave your ass tomorrow.
We can tell, Slime.
Come on, Drake, slime you out. Album of the year.
Please give us some light over here.
I mean, I love this. It's my shit. I love talking about rosters because I've always been a firm believer. Keep you a couple in the back pocket.
I believe that too. I believe everybody should have a roster, you know, top 3, top 5, whatever it is. But at the same time, you know, like you said, make sure everybody knows their role that they play so nothing gets confused, no drama happens, and everybody can be safe and have a good time and y'all can keep it pushing. And then whenever it's time for you to, you know, jump ship and you want to marry, let that shit go. I don't care what he said. When you married, let that shit go. That shit is gone. It's done.
Saying the minute that you say, all right, this person I went on this date with is who I want to be with, and y'all had a conversation of
once you discuss monogamy, I feel like you should cut it off. Yes, but I genuinely feel like you have to discuss monogamy before you say yes. Can you be my girlfriend or boyfriend?
But to what you said, don't you got to discuss the other people that you cutting off for them?
But that's when you do that. Before you say, hey, yes, we're gonna do that. That's that monogamy point from monogamy to boyfriend. You should be cutting off your hoes, or your what's the topic?
Roster.
Your roster. You should be cutting off your roster, not hoes. I'm sorry.
She got the terminology and everything.
So have options. Don't get emotionally involved. Don't get emotionally attached until you meet somebody who you feel like it's worth your time. Look at things from an objective lens and keep your emotions at the door, and only allow those emotions to seep through if they're worth your energy. Period. And that's how you clear a bitch, okay? Because Lover Girl season is out the door, ladies. Only get that to
We ain't getting our heart broken no more.
We are not getting our heart broken, y'all. And I'm telling you, you will thank me later, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
It's the truth.
She said the minute you decide to be with that one person, then you cut them off. I mean, you're going to be doing it anyway, going towards trying to pick that one. So I feel like it all work out anyway. And if it don't work out, then you just gonna be sorry that you cut your rust off.
I mean, you can always get them back.
You can always get them back.
Why not? You can't get them back.
I like it.
Nah, dead ass. You can always get your roster back, ladies.
But yeah, so just choose what you trying to do.
Ooh, that's contradicting, isn't it?
We just gonna let it rock. We just gonna let that rock.
Like I said, for me, I don't really be. It's 1 or 2 for me. I don't really go past 2. If you can juggle that much, then do your thing. But you gotta figure it out. At some point, you gotta make a decision. And first of all, before you even get that, you gotta talk to yourself and figure out like, what are you dating for? Are you trying to have a good time, or are you trying to find something serious? That's the thing. Majority of the time, the roster, when you have a roster, you're not taking it serious though. Mm-hmm. I feel like I don't see how can you with that much on your plate. So like, if you're gonna take it serious, then you really don't need a roster. Honestly.
And that's the thing, for men, it's expensive as fuck. All y'all do is complain about fucking money anyway. So why the hell would you have 5 hoes on your damn list that you know you got the damn at least show a little interest in?
Yeah. And if you got the money to do it. But that can get expensive, dog, because
it's already expensive for
they already don't want to go to half the places in Atlanta. So you gotta, the places they want to go to.
You can take me to the Cheesecake Factory and I'm gonna have a ball.
Come on, man.
I want to go to the Cheesecake. I love Cheesecake Factory.
I love Cheesecake Factory. I want that Louisiana pasta. That shit
that
be
Louisiana
busted.
pasta is good. Cheesecake Factory is like, I don't know what that girl was thinking.
With the cheesecake on the way out, we could.
Mm-hmm. Still expensive, but yeah, we can do it. So don't have rosters, kids.
Don't do it.
Be grown. Choose your love and rock it out. Rock it with your cock out.
Whatever that means.
Me and go full force.
Thank y'all. Just talk about should you have a roster? Is that important? And then just try to close it out.
I don't do that. I don't want to do that.
But you.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to play. Please. They make our own rules.
Sometimes they get too attached.
Shout out to my boy Jeter. That's what we drinking on, Jeter Readers. See y'all, get y'all some Jeter Readers, man. Hit my boy up. For real.